There we go. Okay, so good morning. It's Monday, December 5th. And our first thing that we have to do this morning is get through all of our jobs. So let's start with the fact machine. Are you ready to go, Vivi, with a fact?
Yes.
Okay.
Hippos, they aren't actually fat, unlike they aren't actually fat. That's fat, unlike media portrays them. They actually have a thin layer of fat, and they're mainly muscle, and they're a close relative to the whale.
Really? I
Yeah.
did not know that. Cool. Thank you, Vivi.
Also, when they swim, they actually don't swim. They run underwater.
Wow. Huh. But they can go in deep water though, can't they? I mean, they can actually float.
Yeah, they can.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Thank you. How about the Riddler? Have you got a riddle for us, Liam? Or later? Oh, Liam's not even in his chair. How about the Joker? Eli, are you here?
Wait, the Joker's here?
The Joker is Eli. That's his job name. Eli, have you got a joke for us? Or are you not really there?
No, I don't have a joke.
Okay, get it later. Riddler and Joker will have to go later. How about our weather person? Mila, are you ready to go?
Yes.
Okay, hit it with the weather.
Monday, today it's going to be, I think, partly cloudy. In the morning it's going to be 45 and later it's going to be 33. Tuesday it's just going to be all cloudy. It's going to be 42 in the morning and 38 and 38 later. Wednesday it's going to be partly cloudy again. It's going to be 44 in the morning and 39 later. On Thursday it's going to be rainy, and it probably is going to be raining, and it's going to be 46 in the morning and 39 later. On Friday it's also going to be rainy. It's going to be 44 in the morning and 38 later. On Saturday it's going to be rainy. It's going to be 43 in the morning and 39 later. And on Sunday it's going to be rainy again, and it's going to be 44 in the morning and 36 later. And it's going to probably be really windy on Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, you were right about that wind last week. Boy, it was a big windstorm. So no more snow this week, huh? As far as you can tell.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay, excellent. I see some more people responded to our snow thing. Let's see what they said. The snow stuck. I went shopping in the snow to get new clothes and slippers and a snow hat and gloves and scarf, and I got a Starbucks Frappuccino. Awesome. That was a Moy, huh? Is that your new hat? Super cute. I love wearing hats. The snow was fun, but sadly it did not stay. Okay. All right. So let's go through that was the first thing that we needed to do. The second thing is solicit readers for opinion essays. So remember when we did our first, do you have a question, Lauren, before we continue?
No. But in the snow, my mom and Michaela went shopping, and we got our dog, the puppy, a big little jacket and a hat. And the hat is blue, and it fits on him perfectly.
It has a hat? You're going to have to show us your dog in a hat.
Yeah. I'll take a picture.
Okay, do it. That'd be fun. So if you recall, on the first time we did some writing of our narrative stories, we had a writer's celebration and some kids read their stories out loud. And I told you that sometime this year, every single one of you needs to read a story out loud for your speech grade on your report card. So you actually get a grade in speech. And what I'm looking for is, can you speak loudly and clearly? Do you have eye contact? Can you be confident reading in front of a group? So some of you have already read. Amoy, David, Christian, Kainoa, Sasha, Vivi already read. Lauren, I can't remember. Did you read your?
I read my Battle of Verdun.
That's what I thought. I was thinking you had. Is there anybody else I missed who I didn't say just now who did read for us already? But the rest of you need to volunteer, and a lot of you have written really good essays. I'm impressed by your essays. So tomorrow the opinion essays are due, and I need to know who's going to volunteer to do some reading. I need Javier, Amadi, Eli, Anna, Sophia, Bree, Luis, Liam, Nora, Jax, Evie, and Mila, all to volunteer to read sometime. Who's willing to read their essay? Mila? Great.
Wait, no.
No.
I had a different question.
Okay, just a minute. Let's get this done first. So who's volunteering? Because if you don't volunteer in class, I just draw names and do it. So I'll probably
I
just
might.
take, who's I might.
Lauren, I might.
Lauren, what you already read, sweetie. I need kids who haven't read yet.
Okay.
So I need Javier, Amadi, Eli, Anna, Sophia, Bree, Liam, Nora, Jax, Evie, Mila, and Luis, and Halame to volunteer. If you guys don't volunteer, I'm just gonna call on you. So I know Amadi has a good essay. Amadi, I'm gonna have you read it on, I'm not sure if it's tomorrow or the next day. I'll have to look at the schedule, but Amadi, I'm gonna have you read. Eli, you've got a great essay. I'm going to have you read it. Sophia, your essay is awesome. I'm going to have you read it. Okay. Nora, your essay is excellent. Let's have you read it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Liam, your essay is wonderful. I'm going to have you read it. And that just leaves, well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6 people who are going to read. And then the rest of you, Javier, Anna, Jax, Bree, Luis, and Halame, you're going to be the backup in case somebody's absent when it's time to read. Okay. Everybody has to read their essay at some point this year. If you're super nervous about reading in front of the class, you could record it and then you could just play a recording of you reading your essay. Okay. Yes. Mila, you had a question. What was your question about?
Is this week a flex week?
It's starting a flex week, so I'm just about to talk about that, okay? Have you got something in mind?
No, but I just wanted to ask.
Do you like the flex weeks? I'm curious.
Yeah, they're a bit stressful because we also have to do like the other stuff like math and stuff.
Just math.
And then I always like procrastinate and stuff and forget to do something. So I'm always late on this, but it's okay.
Okay. I know we need to work on that procrastination thing though, because the big deal is this year in grade school, the teacher kind of tells you little deadlines along the way, partially to teach you how to space out a project that's bigger, because next year, guess what? Nobody teaches you that. And then you have to just pay attention when something's due and make sure you do it all along the way. For example, this opinion essay, you've had a month to write it. Most of you have been working on it the whole time, which is great. That's exactly what you need to do next year when you know you have an essay due. Start it early, work on it a little bit each day, and it'll be easy peasy. But if you put it off, and I know one person has done that, to the end, it makes it really hard and you end up with a product that you're not quite as happy with usually. So learning to manage your own time is like a big lesson in 5th grade, because in 6th grade, nobody holds your hand. Nobody warns you. So you got to get good at that. Okay, so we're going to go over the agenda now, but I have my readers and I will put your name on the schedule that you're reading when we do our writing celebration, either tomorrow or Wednesday. So I'm going to share the screen for a minute here and go over the week. Here we go. All right, let's go to the calendar. So first of all, here we are in this week of December. We have 5 days this week and 5 days next week. You'll notice there's lots and lots of assignments on Monday and Tuesday because we're finishing up all of our units. Also, you can see all the book groups on my screen. I don't think you guys see that on yours. But then as of Wednesday, you take your final end of unit test for reading. So today, actually, I think tomorrow. Today you are reviewing the end of Mod 3 in language arts. And then tomorrow you take your end of unit test and then you're done with language arts until after winter break. And math, you are continuing with lots of math this week and next. But the way I did math, it's the green stuff on here. The last day, Friday, would have been when you took the end of unit test, and I'm going to make the end of unit test optional. So if you want to take it to replace a grade that you didn't like earlier, you can do that. If you want to take it for practice, you can do that. And it'll count as extra credit, but you don't have to take the end of unit test on Mod 6. So we are going to start Mod 6 though. Today we've got the last assignment in math, and tomorrow we have the end of unit math test. So lots of end of unit tests tomorrow. Tomorrow will be kind of a heavy day. Sorry about that, guys, but that's kind of the way it goes with these units. Same thing in science. We've got the end of unit last assignment and test. So this is just review and the test. Today's a review in language arts and the test tomorrow, and there's a review in math and a test tomorrow. So tomorrow's a big day to get all your testing out of the way. Then let's see. Oh, this is not what I mean to be showing you. I'm showing you this. Here's our week at a glance. Tomorrow is our December Spirit Day, Neon Day. I'm hoping I've got some neon clothes because I'm moved out of my house because they're refinishing the wood floors and I can't go back in there because it's smelly. But I think I have some neon clothes. So wear your neon clothes tomorrow. We've got our half day in person on Friday. We've got the end of mod 3, but you do not have to submit the discussion-based assessment. You just need to go through the review. I'll show you what it looks like. Here's the assignment for today. It's this one. It's only 3 pages. It just reviews everything and gets you ready for the test tomorrow. Make sure you've also kind of looked through all of the stories and make sure you read all the stories in the unit. So that's our last language arts unit. And then you take the test tomorrow and you're done with language arts until after break. Yay, 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 yay. And then same thing in math. We have our last assignment today. We have a review tomorrow and the final assessment. And we start mod 6 on Wednesday. And then math keeps going. Sorry. We've got book clubs like usual. So today is an A day, an art day. And so you've got the B groups today. So we've got the Heart of Reading and Halame reading with me at 1:30. We've got the Reading Cats Book Club at right after our 1220 lesson. And we've got the Untitled Book Club at the end of the day. If you are a kid who has not been making it to book club, please try and make it. Even if you don't come to book club, it is your responsibility to go onto the calendar and find the link to your book club and click on it and go down and see what the group is reading. I know a bunch of you missed your book clubs last week. So you need to go on there and see what the kids are reading. Next time, read to page 199 in Seaman, this group, Untitled group. So make sure you've done your reading for your book club today and caught up with that, because it's not fair to the groups if you're not doing your reading. And also, I am starting ERLA assessments this week. So at 11 o'clock each day, I've written down in tiny little print right here, who's going to be reading with me. If you cannot make the time, I know Vivi has kind of a conflict with this time because of something else she has going on. Just let me know and we can change the time. It's quite easy. And actually, when there's like 2 or 3 of you, I usually do one of the kids first and then the next one and then the next one. So Vivi, I know your mom said you might just be a few minutes late, which will work out great because Sasha can go first and then you can just go after. So if you remember, these are those ERLA tests where you guys read for me and you look at some vocabulary. We did them in the fall. And then I told a bunch of you we were going to do another one in November. Not everyone is doing them, just some of the kids, about half the class. Okay. So take a look at your time. Today, I want to see Javier, Eli, and Lauren at 11 o'clock. Tomorrow, I'd like to see Anna and Sophia at 11 o'clock. And then on Wednesday, Sasha and Vivi. And then on Thursday, Bree and Amoy. Okay. What else? Writing. So today is our editing day. We're going to do a little lesson on editing our essays to make sure they're in great shape. And tomorrow we're having our writer's celebration. And I'm going to add in here that my readers will be, and you guys need to come and read, or you need to send me a recording of you reading. Amadi, Liam, Nora, Eli, Sophia, and Mila. Mila, is your essay going to be done tomorrow?
I don't know.
Wait, what? Oh.
So I said, Mila, is your essay going to be done tomorrow? If Mila can't do it, Anna, are you on here right now? Anna, is your essay done? Yes?
It's almost.
Okay, I'm going to have Anna be the reader then. And Mila, you'll be our backup. So please get your essay done. Okay.
I'll try.
Okay, thank you, because you need to have that done. All right, great. So you guys are going to read your essays. If you're too nervous to do it, just record yourself reading and send me the recording. And be sure to come for that 12:20 tomorrow. And then in science, we have our last lesson. Actually, it's just a lesson and a quiz. I wonder how long that lesson is and why I assigned it in one day. and then a review. And I guess the final science test isn't due till Wednesday, which is good. And then on Friday, it's a little bit different day. So we moved everything around so kids can do, kids at home can do hour of code activities
I have a question.
and not really have to zoom in. And then we're going to do the math lesson in the afternoon. Yes, question.
Why is there 11 homeworks for this entire week?
11 homeworks?
Yes,
What is 11 homeworks?
there's 11 of them.
There aren't. If you look at this, you have final tests in 3 subjects. You have 1 math assignment and 1 science assignment.
So wait, so how much is that?
2.
We
2
only have
homeworks.
2 homework for this week?
Well, and then we launch the new unit, which I'm going to show you right now. So I will launch this on Wednesday, though. We're not going to start it yet. So
Okay,
you'll
so but
see-
there's wait, there's a lot of other stuff on the calendar.
I know, because I added the new module, but we're going to start it on Wednesday, and you don't have to worry because it doesn't have that much on it. So see how it says flex before winter break? So this is the next flex week. It's got a heritage project that starts on Wednesday. Well, I'll explain it on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, you'll have 1 assignment from it, which is to do this interview. And I do want to give you a heads up about this because you need to find somebody that you can interview. So our next flex project, on the one that we're going to start this week, is on learning about another country. And so I call it heritage because some kids are going to want to pick a country that maybe their families immigrated to the United States from. So like my family came from Wales. And so I studied Wales a little bit. But I want you to find someone that you're going to be able to interview. And there should be, is this assignment 1? No. So on assignment 1, it's actually got the interview form of the questions you're going to ask, but you need to find somebody that your family knows. If you don't have relatives, like some of the families have not kept in touch with other members of their family and nobody really knows the family history, which is fine. Or maybe you're adopted and you don't know your family history, or something like that. That's okay. You can just pick a country that you're interested in or that you think you might be from and learn about that country. But you do need to find an older person to interview. And we'll talk about that more later, but you need to think about that now. Yes, questions, Mila.
So we don't have to find someone to interview because I feel like this is, well, I know that I'm probably not going to be able to find anyone to interview. So
When I say someone to interview, it can be your parents, just interviewing them about what they know about their past.
yeah, but I don't know if, like, do you mean like I have to choose a country that my parents know about or something?
Well,
Or
like
like-
your last name Perret is French, and your dad was telling me about that a little bit. So I think your dad knows quite a bit about that, Mila.
Yeah, I just wish that I could choose like any country I wanted and not just a country that my parents were from or
And
something.
if you want to do that, you can, but you still have to do an interview with someone. So you have to interview your parents, but if you want to choose a different country, you can. Okay. Wait until I explain the assignment, but think about who you could interview. If you have grandparents, that would be perfect. You can call them up on the phone. If you don't have grandparents, but you have a family friend, that works. Okay. But be thinking about how you can call that person on Thursday or Friday of this week. If you want to work ahead and look at that assignment, you can, but don't worry about it until midweek. Okay. And we only have that 1 assignment for this week because I realize you guys are pretty busy and we're coming in person on Friday. Whew, I know that's a lot to throw at you. And so we'll be going through it in more detail later on, but I wanted to give you a look at the whole week. And then the last thing, I already did the review. So I think that's it. So if you're one of my kids who's doing an ERLA today, don't freak out about it, but just remember to come in at 11 o'clock. Everybody make sure you're finishing your essays or come in for the lesson at 12:20 on how to finish your essay and get it all edited. And think about who you could interview. Okay, Nora, go ahead.
So this person has to be a family member.
Does not have to be a family member because some people don't have family members, but if you have a family member, I think that works out great. Do you want to see the interview right now? Do you guys want to see the questions you're going to ask?
Yeah.
Okay. let me go to that assignment, share my screen. Okay. So if you go into topics and you go to this one, which is the Heritage Project overview, and then you go down and you hit next. The first assignment for Heritage Day is the interview assignment. You watch a video from Schoolhouse Rock on the Great American Melting Pot. We'll talk about that on that day. And then here's the interview assignment right here. So interview to learn how other countries have influenced who I am. In 5th grade, one of the learning targets we have is to be able to gather information through reading books, watching videos, and interviewing experts. So this is really, some of the interview is just designed to get kids talking to an older generation. So pick the oldest person you know. Or ask your parents if they have any older relatives, an aunt, a grandparent. And then if you can find someone who knows about your family history, or you can ask someone about their family history if you don't have anyone in your family, okay? You'll want your family members to take you seriously, so go prepared. Here's a question sheet. You don't have to ask all of these questions, but these are some things you can talk about. What do you know about where our family or your family came from before the United States? Okay. What was our country of origin like? What was the food like? What were the clothes like? What were the traditions like? So your parent, like my parents, didn't live in Wales, but they know quite a bit about Wales, and they know about the food, the dances, the animals, the famous places, the climate. Does our family have any traditions or keepsakes that came from these countries? So I know a lot of my kids who came from Mexico have got fancy Mexican handicrafts or embroidered dresses or things like that. So maybe your family has some cool stuff. Ask. Does our family have any stories handed down about the ancestors? So in my family, we have a story about my dad's grandmother when she was 16 years old, and she wanted to come to the United States because she heard there were good jobs and that you could make more money there. And in Germany at that time, life was pretty hard. So all by herself at 16, she got on a boat and came to New York City as a little girl. Pretty scary. Most people in the USA are a mix of cultures, am I or you? So the truth is I'm only a tiny bit Welsh, and I have English and Scottish and French, and I'm a whole bunch of mixes. So maybe your family's done one of those 23andMe things or one of those genetic testing. Your parents might know like more information. How and when did we end up in Oregon? So I asked my parents, you know, how did your families come to Oregon? My mother's family came on the Oregon Trail, which was really cool. Tell me about your childhood home. This is just to talk with them about it. How did your family celebrate holidays? What were your favorite school subjects? So you're just asking them about their memories. What were your favorite foods growing up? What was your favorite thing to do for fun? These things are going to be not so exciting if it's just your parents, because probably it'll be pretty similar. But if you interview somebody older, you might have some pretty interesting, like their favorite thing to do was not video games, right? All right. Any world events that had an impact on you? Did anybody go through a war or a change of a world leader? Family chores. So you can see this interview is really long. You don't have to ask all of the questions, but I want you to have a nice conversation with this person. Nora, go ahead.
So are we going to take a video or what
You
are we
can
gonna
do that. If you want to just submit a video of you talking to the person, you can do that. Like if you do a FaceTime or a Zoom or something, you could record it and submit that, or you can write it down and take notes. Okay.
Okay.
It's obviously a lot easier to just record it and submit the recording. All right.
But where could we record it then?
What's that?
Where could we record it?
Well, if you do it through, I don't know if FaceTime lets you record, does it? If you do it on Zoom, I can record. Can you guys not record on Zoom if you set up your own meeting? No?
No.
No, because
Well, you know what you could do? You could have your parents sit there with a phone and videotape you talking on Zoom with somebody. Or you could just on your phone, hold your video thing up and send me and submit the recording.
I think I'm going to do my grandparent.
Okay. I don't know how long the recording works on our Canvas, but you guys know that you can submit recordings to me on Canvas. If you go to our mail and you go to a new message, you can go down to the bottom. So like favorite course, right now I'll submit a message to all of you guys. So let's go to homeroom and I go to everybody. Let's give it to all the students. Woo, okay. All in students. Subject, how to record a message. And then you go down to the bottom down here, see this little thing? Ah, there we go. So you say start. Hi, Ms. Laws. I wanted to record myself reading my essay for you so that I don't have to read it live on Zoom. So here I go. Let me read my essay. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know how long it'll let you record, but it does record over here. And then you do finish. And then you can see it's here untitled. You might want to title it. My essay. Actually, I'm going to title it How to Record a Message to Me. And so that way you don't actually have to type at all. And then as far as how to upload it, oh, here we go. Save media down at the bottom. And then you can see right here, it says media comment and send it. And now you guys, oh, required field. Here is a video on how to send me a video on Canvas email. Okay, did you guys know that you could do that? And if you ever want to explain something to me, you can just send it to me like that. Okay? All right. Any more questions? Okay, so